you're looking at the heart sample data that we'll be using for our project. You will see at the top the list of all the variable names, and then whether or not they've had a heart attack. These patients, 211 patients here. And so what you're going to need to do is learn how to copy. You have access to this data, copy and paste, depending upon the variables in the test you're going to be completing. So that's why I want to show you maybe some tips here of how to manage the data, because again, from the project, you will have the data set here. You're asked to answer some questions. So you have the list of variables here, and then you have some questions, or you're going to come up with questions, and the applications is where you're going to need to analyze data, right? Right, those who've had a heart attack, exercise, right, look at the different variables. And then, of course, you're coming up with your own at some point for application 3, high blood pressure compared to those who don't, those types of things, right? And so this is how you're going to take a look at it. So one way would be to kind of sort data. That's one way to kind of manage it. But I think one way that you're going to want to manage data is through what we call creating filter views, creating temporary filters. So for example, let's say I only wanted males, right? Data for males. So what you do is you would click here, click on the data that you're interested in grabbing, the group or the category, right? And then you go data and then create new filter view temporary. So you put that, and then what happens is you'll see it's highlighted, and then you can now select the different. So if I only want to see males, I unclick these, and then do that again, unclick there, hit enter, and then, oh, sorry, there it is, hit OK, and then you'll see I have data only for the males. The females are, I didn't erase it because this you have only view, you have editing access, you have view. All the males are there, and now I can say, well, I want the cholesterol for all the males, and then you would highlight, right? You could highlight all of those, scroll down, done, and then you would edit, copy, right? And that's the type of stuff, right? This is cholesterol level for males, and then somewhere in the ARDA stat, if you wanted to explore quantitative data or do something with that, right? We could go ahead, of course, and use your own data, and then you would just paste it in there, right? Right click, paste, and then now the data's in there, right? So this is the cholesterol for all men. You have the mean, the sample size, right? You could also do it in the test you're going to do, but sometimes some people will like to grab the statistics this way and then run the test, or you could actually go run the test, depending on whatever test you're going to run. So again, let's try that again. So when I go back here, I can click here, and I want the females now. I'll click females, unclick the males, hit OK, and now I have the female data. Only females here. And then, of course, you can go back and put them all back, or clear, and then you have those, or select all. Okay, now you have all the males, females back to it. Go data, and then filter views, right? And then just go to none, and you don't have no more views. Now, let's say you wanted to look at only people who have heart attacks, right? And so if you wanted people with heart attacks, you could, same thing, I want it there. We're going to data, create temporary view. There it is. And then you see that little triangle again. And then I want people with heart attacks. There we go. That's the option 1. And now I have the data for all the people that have heart attacks. So you could see their list of data here. If you want non-heart attacks, you switch that there, here again. Hit OK. And now you have all the people that didn't have a heart attack. You go through that. You go data, filter view, and then hit none, and now you're good. You have no more temporary views. So that's how you're going to do it. You could also sort, you can learn how to sort data. If you want to sort data, that's another way to kind of potentially do this. So we wanted to sort by sex, for example. I could click on that and then click the little here and then sort, and then all the data gets sorted. then you'll see you have all the females first and then your males after. So that's one way to kind of organize data also, is sort in that manner. Right, you could do this either way. I could sort by, again, other categories. And again, you see the data gets sorted, that category gets sorted false. So that's another way to think about it, but more than likely you're going to be doing, using the data filter views, create new temporary views, and then you could organize data that way.